Now, y'all already know what time it is. It is time for the mess. So let's get into it, y'all. And what's going on, y'all? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful hump day, and I intend on doing the exact same thing. What is going on, you guys? All right. Now, before we get into anything, let me let you guys know what we got coming up. Okay. So be on the lookout for two things tonight. First things first is the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. After this video, that should be the next video that you see. And then after that video, be sure to tune in for our big interview tonight for Roaster Review. It's going to be myself, T, and JoJo. We have a special guest for Roaster Review tonight, and it will be Latrice Rogers from Bell Collective. So make sure you guys tune into that interview. Be seated. Sit down, get all of the answers that you want, and get your questions answered. And I promise you, you're going to get all of that tonight on tonight's Roasted Review panel. So make sure you guys tune in to that. And also on Thursday, be sure to tune in to the Chasing Panel podcast on tomorrow. You'll be seeing all of us except Jamar, because he has some chasing reality stuff to do on tomorrow. So be on the lookout for the rest of us. We got a couple of topics that we're going to delve into on tomorrow night. And also, that's about it for right now, but be sure to take a look at this. Your boy's nominated for another Boss Babe Award. This is my 5th time being nominated. I'm nominated this year for Boss Babe Content Creator of the Year. So the voting starts on February the 1st. The link will be available soon. Once the link is available, I will be sure to post it every single day so you guys can take your votes for me. I've won Boss Babe 2 times already. I won in 2023. I was nominated in 2024, but I didn't win. And now I'm nominated again for the 3rd year in a row and for the 5th time. So thank you guys for all the support and all of those great things. So with that being said, that's pretty much all that we got for the church announcements. So let's go ahead and get into the mess. Now, this has been one of the biggest things that we've been talking about for the last week, and it's been very devastating, and that is the California wildfires. Now, there's been a lot of celebrities or reality stars that have come out and said that they lost their homes in the fire. There was Janae Aiko, there was Keisha Cole, there was Boz from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and so many different other people that have come out and talked about their houses being taken away from them and things like that. So I do think that at the end of the day, I do think that it's kind of messed up how people are trying to take this and make it negative. The other day when Jonathan, the hairstylist, revealed that Keisha Cole lost her house in a fire, there were people in the comments saying, well, she can't stay with Huncho. Or when Janae talked about her house being taken away from her in the fire, there were people saying, well, you rich, you can get whatever you want to. And I need for people to realize that it doesn't matter if you're rich or not. It doesn't really matter if you're rich. At the end of the goddamn day, that was still a house that was missing. That's still a house that was lost. That was still some shit that you fucking worked for. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you motherfucking rich. It don't matter if you rich. Like, this is coming from a person that, and I'm not trying to make this shit about me, but I can relate, because when I like a week shy of my 11th birthday, me and my family, we lost our house to a fire while my mother was pregnant with my baby brother. So we sat there and we watched our house burn to the ground, and we lost everything that we had except for the clothes on our damn backs. And we were no rich people. My mama was a postal worker. My daddy worked a warehouse job. And I was in the 5th grade. My sister was in the 3rd, and my brother was in my mama's stomach. So we weren't no rich ass people back then, and we didn't have a lot of money, but that shit was horrible. So it doesn't matter if you got money or not. Just watching everything that you worked hard for burn down in a damn house is horrible. And it's just the fact that regular, everyday motherfuckers like us want to get on social media and shame them because they're coming out letting us know that they lost their homes in a fire. It's sickening to me, and it's fucked up to me. Like, How dare you motherfuckers sit up here and think that that shit is okay? It's just not okay. It ain't okay at all, and I'm gonna need for y'all to know that that shit is not okay. It ain't okay. But however though, according to Newsweek, we're gonna get into it right now. So according to Newsweek, they're letting us know this right here, okay? They said that the homeowners could face a property tax shock due to the California wildfires. And this is why it matters. So it says that California wildfires have killed at least 25 people and destroyed 12,000 structures, okay? In addition to those devastating losses, the victims of the LA wildfires face potential increases in property taxes. When a home is destroyed in a wildfire, homeowners must navigate complex tax regulations to seek relief. While the value of a house may be reduced to zero if it's a total loss in Southern California, the land itself is likely worth more. This means even if a home is destroyed, the property tax assessment may still be significant. Okay? Now, an assessor told the local news station in LA that we're going to reduce your assessment and your property taxes, but unfortunately, this reduction doesn't apply to the land. Okay. Now, this is what you should know. Okay. This is what you should know. When a home is destroyed in a wildfire, the property tax assessments don't automatically reset to reflect this loss. The assessed value of the property, which includes both land and the structures, remains unchanged unless the homeowner applies for the reassessment. This means that even without a house, the property tax could still be based on the pre-disaster value. Alex Bean, a financial literacy instructor for the University of Tennessee, told Newsweek it's unlikely that property taxes will increase in this situation. However, the location of the property can still result in substantial taxes. The location of the property actually plays a larger role, and the price on that alone could lead to some shock from victims in this disaster. So it's not even just about the fact that y'all think that these motherfuckers is rich and they don't really give a fuck and they can just move on with their lives, but they have a whole lot of stuff to think about. They property taxes and shit finna go up, and you think they want to deal with that shit? Absolutely the fuck not. I know they don't want to deal with it. If I was in that situation, I wouldn't either. So I think that you need to give these people grace and just think about the fact that they are also human as well as we are. And just because they got more money than us, that don't mean that they're not dealing with shit either. Losing your house to a fire, no matter what tax bracket you are in, is ridiculous. And it's not ridiculous, but it's devastating more than you know. And that's all I got to say about that. So moving on to the next, while we're talking about wildfires, shout out to Beyonce. Beyonce decided that she had a January 14th announcement, but she chose to postpone the announcement out of respect for the devastation in California. Now, this is what the statement said. The January 14th announcement will be postponed to a later date due to the devastation caused by ongoing wildfires around areas of LA. I continue to pray for healing and rebuilding for the families suffering from trauma and loss. We are so blessed to have brave first responders who continue to work tirelessly to protect the LA community. To join our efforts in supporting those impacted, please visit #BeGood, okay? And in the caption, it states, the Be Good LA Fire Relief Fund has donated $2.5 million to directly support the families who lost their homes and community organizations at the forefront of relief. Please join us in supporting whatever you can. Link in bio. All right. So that is what Beyonce was saying. And the thing about it is this right here. She's facing a little bit of backlash because she chose to push her announcement back. And I just feel like y'all are some ungrateful ass bitches. That's what y'all are, because it's something very serious going on. People losing their homes and shit like that. Like, this is something crazy. And y'all want to sit y'all asses up here and get mad with her because she chose to respect the victims and everything that they've lost, to focus on that and just push whatever she had going on back. Like, I feel like this. I may not be the biggest fan of Beyonce. I'm not a Beehive member. I'm not on the Beehive train or whatever. Like, I've never been on that shit at all. And you know, kudos to me. I ain't never been on that shit. However, I'm just gonna tell you like this. That girl is very selfless. That's one thing that I can say about Beyonce. And people may not know that, or people may not even be checking for it to know about it. But that girl is selfless. She does a lot of selfless things. And she does a lot of things out the kindness of her damn heart outside of the internet. Like, she don't be telling y'all, or she don't announce what she does for people. She just do it and then it comes out. So I don't understand why she gets so much hate. Like, I'm not saying that she's not, prone to backlash or prone to, what is it? Criticism, because we all are when we're public figures and things like that. But I don't even see why everybody's so mad with her for pushing back her announcement. Like, she probably wanted y'all to open up y'all wallets and spend some goddamn money or something like that, and that's why she chose to push it back. Because ain't nobody thinking about buying no concert tickets or no album and people losing their houses and shit. Ain't nobody thinking about that. So what the fuck is going on, and what the fuck are we talking about, baby? Like, I don't see nothing wrong with her doing what she doing. So, girl, do you, Beyonce? Like, this is one of the few times I'm sitting up here defending you, because I really don't be defending Beyonce like that. But this is something different, and I don't understand why bitches is mad. Moving on to the next. So we get into the Bravo reject, Marlo Hampton. She sat on a podcast and she talked about how how the world was happy about her finally getting a peach on Real Housewives, but she wasn't happy to get one. And then she followed up on that in another statement. Now we're gonna hear what she has to say first, because I don't know if these folks, strike channels and shit. So I don't want to put the stuff on the screen, but we're gonna hear what she got to say first, and then we'll be back with the rest.
After 10 years, 8 years, I just got my peach, 2 years ago? Mm-hmm. So I finally got my peach, and the world was happy about me getting the peach. So to true fans of Real Housewives of Atlanta, that was a big deal. And to be honest with you, I wasn't happy about it.
You weren't?
I was not.
Why?
Because I love being a friend. I felt the show was in a bad place, and don't think I can come and just save the show. I came on with the originals. It was a different type of show. It was a different day and age. And I feel the show just got dark all of a sudden. Like, a lot of us didn't have respect for each other. We went too far below the belt, including me. And a lot of the girls have never respected me. They hated my story. They hated that I was sitting on the couch with them. And maybe they went to Harvard, or they went here and they went to this school. And hey, I'm just from St. Petersburg, Florida. And I've been to jail before. I'm from 5 different foster homes. I'm from the hood. And they probably felt you weren't supposed to be sitting here with me. So they were upset with what God had my story to be. So after 10 years, 8 years, I just got my peach, 2 years ago? Mm-hmm. So I finally got my peach, and the world was happy.
Okay, so that was the first part of this story. Now she went live, I guess, and she had more to say about this peach situation. So we're going to get into that now. And then after that, of course, I commented under this particular video, and her ass had the nerve to try to come at me because of what the fuck I said. But I don't give a fuck, right? So we're going to get into what she had to say again, and then we're going to give our opinion. So let's look at it.
I was offered a peach years ago. I was offered a peach in my living room with NeNe Leakes and, God bless the dead, Greg Leakes. And both of them told me accept the peach, but I would not, because it was only $10,000. And at the time, I was making so much money. And I was like, NeNe, I'm not doing this for no $10,000. No one's going to regulate what I do and how I live my life and get a percentage of what I do. I mean, I can show you guys the email tomorrow, but NeNe definitely gonna keep it 100. I was offered a peach years ago, but everyone seems to forget about that. Y'all are weird. We are like, oh, she's been a friend for 10 years. I was a friend for 10 years because I chose to be a friend for 10 years. How the hell do you meet Marlo Hampton 10 years ago and offer me a friend position? I was offered a peach position right off the rip, okay? NeNe Leakes and Greg Leakes sat in my living room and told me, girl, you better take that. You better accept it, because it's going to turn into something more. And I was like, no, girl, I'm not doing that. Forget that. They ain't going to run me. And I feel that's one of the reasons why it took so long for me to get offered a peach. I really do. That's how I feel. Because what did I ever do to anyone to hate me so and take 10 years to offer me a peach? And when they did offer me a peach, I just felt it was not the time. No one on my show respected me. No one on my show liked me. Everyone for 10 years have said she's a whore, she's a prostitute, she's this, she's that. But there's no receipts. When I'm on a show, that lives and die by receipts. No one still has shown a receipt. Show me one receipt of me being a whore.
Now, before I give you guys my opinion on this bullshit that she done set up and served to us on a silver platter. Now, as you can see, my comment is at the top, and it states that I said she's such a victim, right? She's such a victim. I guess she deleted her. There it is. So when I said she's such a victim, she comes behind me and says, I'm far from that. I'm just tired of you motherfuckers playing with me and never stating facts when it comes to my name. And I responded with, girl, please. And I laughed at her ass. So then after I said that, that's when some ass kisser chose to come behind her and say, you don't have to explain. Friend or Peach, you did what needed to be done. Who the fuck asked you? Okay, don't nobody give a fuck about you and what you got to say. So yeah, she caught herself trying to respond to me like I'm supposed to give a fuck about what she talking about. And at the end of the day, I speak about what the fuck I said. You are fucking victim, because every time I see you get your ass up here, you always say, oh, the girls didn't like me. The girls felt like I shouldn't have sat here on the couch with them. The girls thought they were better than me. The girls this, the girls that. They all said I was a whore. They said I was arrested. They said, but you call everybody else on the show whores, Marlo. When are you going to admit that? Like everything that you are no better than nobody else on this damn show. You have said countless things about this show. You have about people on this goddamn show. Like you have said a lot of shit. You have said a lot of shit. So I'm not understanding why the fuck you feel like you a damn victim in this situation. You showed your ass when you got a peach. And for you to say that the girls on the show didn't want you to get a peach, that's a motherfucking lie. Because Candy was out here, campaigning for your ass to get a peach. And once you got it, then once you got on the show, you turned on her, flipped on her, and all this other shit. Like, you been on that bullshit. So I'm just trying to understand what the fuck you talking about. The girls didn't like me. It's always about the girls didn't like you. The girls didn't like you. It got to be a reason for the girls not to like you, though. It got to be a reason. It got to be a reason for the girls not to like you. They didn't just not like you just because you were sitting in a room with them. They didn't like you because you was full of shit. That's why they didn't like you. They didn't like you because you hit below the belt. They didn't like you because all you do is start unnecessary drama. That's why they didn't like you. Like, you think that you finna come on this show, start shit with everybody, and you think that they're going to like you? Get the fuck out of here, Marlo. Like, and you're gone now. So I don't even understand why we're even talking about the fact that you was offered a peach 100 years ago. We didn't ask for the information. We don't even give a fuck about this information, because the thing about it is you gone. So we don't really give a fuck about you and what you got going on, because you're no longer on the show. I ain't got to hear your house cough drop ass voice no more. I ain't got to hear shit else you talking about. So you can move on, because we don't give a fuck, Marlo. Need for you to understand it. So we finna move on to the next, because Marlo got on my nerves. We get into NeNe Leakes. Now, as you all know, NeNe is out here doing her thing. You know, she's out here promoting this new podcast with her and Sierra, which I feel like is a crazy combination. But she's out here doing that. But while she was out in New York, she was asked by TMZ, would she ever come back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta? And this is what she had to say. Let's check.
Ask you, like, so you would return to?
I don't know. If the opportunity was right and the check was on point, why not?
So Cynthia Erivo
Yes.
was like, I am not watching Housewives. Bravo, bring back NeNe.
I love her.
What kind of moment was that for you? Was it like,
so many people were sending it to me and inboxing me that what Cynthia had said. Cynthia, I love you. Thank you so much. And I totally agree.
Did you kind of feel like, wow, she watches Housewives? Like, are you ever surprised about how many people actually watch Housewives? Or are you just like,
honestly, so many people watch Real Housewives. And so many stars, big stars, watch Real Housewives. They really do. It was a pleasure to see that Cynthia loved the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and that she in particularly loved NeNe Leakes.
So, of course,
if the Housewife franchise called, would you be able to put the past behind you?
Yes.
And go on?
Okay. So, first of all, if they called, I would answer.
Yeah.
I would need to hear what they have to say. We have put a lot of things behind us that some people know, some people don't know. We've ended all of those things. We've moved forward. I'm doing some things with NBC. I will be on the after show for the Oscars.
Yeah.
I will be doing that. We have our relationship. We're kind of dating slowly.
Oh.
So yeah, we'll see what happens. But I don't know. I wonder if I went back over there, would they all beat me up?
If the Housewife franchise called, would you be able to put?
Honestly, y'all, I'm just gonna say this. I think we need to stop trying to make fetch happen at this point, because at the end of the day, NeNe was good for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I would never take that away from her. She was one of the biggest reasons why people watched. You know what I mean? She was everybody's favorite reality star for quite a bit of time and all this other stuff. So I'm never gonna take that from her. But I just think we need to stop trying to make fetch happen. Like, it's time for a new era of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, and I just literally just said this when I did my video earlier today talking about Melody Cherie possibly leaving Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I was saying that sometimes people need to know when to leave well enough alone and move the hell on. And sometimes you just got to leave well enough alone and move what I said the hell on. You feel what I'm saying? Because what's the point? Like, NeNe don't even know these girls on this show. Why would she be back? Like, let NeNe move the fuck on. Like, she got a podcast. Let's see how that works out. Let her get a talk show. Let her do something else in entertainment. Why does she have to be confined to the Real Housewives of Atlanta? We all say how great she is and all this other stuff. So why does she have to be just stuck on Housewives of Atlanta? I feel like Housewives of Atlanta is a great platform. It's a great show. It's nowhere that you need to be for the rest of your life. And I feel like NeNe has already, given us everything she needs to give us. I feel like NeNe is really much above this show at this particular point. I think that she's outgrown the show the same way Candy outgrew it. She's outgrown the show. So I personally feel like let her move on and let some new girls come in and let's start a whole new era, which is what they're doing. You gotta know when it's time for us to close the chapter and move into a new direction. And that's just what I think. I know everybody loves NeNe and we all have our favorites that we would love to see come back. But this is one situation where I just think that we just need to let it go and move on. But that's just me. I don't expect nobody to want to hear nothing that Scotty got to say, but that's just my opinion. Shoot me, do whatever you want, but that's just how I feel. Moving on to the next. So we get into the bitch assness of it all, and that is Drake, honey. The same nigga that claims that he's the king of hip hop but suing niggas for diss records. That one. So Drake decides to file a new defamation lawsuit against UMG for allegedly promoting Not Like Us in spite of him. He claims that they helped Kendrick Lamar secure the Super Bowl halftime show so he could perform the show on a big stage. And if that was the case, so the fuck what? Okay, but anyway, moving on. The article reads, Drake is not done putting his foot on UMG's neck. We reported that the rapper withdrew his initial petition against UMG for allegedly inflating the numbers of Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us to make the song seem bigger than what it was. Though it was not an official lawsuit, Drake still made some bold claims against the company. Well, now Drake is officially filing a real lawsuit against the label for defamation. According to the recently filed lawsuit obtained by TMZ, Drake claims that UMG, the label that both Drake and Kendrick are under, released Not Like Us, knowing that the lyrics were allegedly derogatory and untrue. He says that the song is filled with inflammatory and shocking allegations, and it was a gold mine for UMG, which is why they went through with releasing it. Drake believes that they did this to spite him and devalue him at the label, which would give UMG leeway to potentially offer him less money in their upcoming contract negotiations. In the lawsuit, Drake also claims to have evidence that UMG allegedly paid a third party to increase the song's streams by at least 30 million and allegedly used payola for at least one radio promoter. Drake also claims that UMG helped Kendrick secure the Super Bowl halftime show just so he could perform Not Like Us at one of the most significant and viewed cultural events of the year. Drake makes it clear in the lawsuit that his issue isn't directly with Kendrick, but UMG, because they decided to publish, promote, exploit, and monetize the song, which it knew contained false claims. Keep in mind that this is an official lawsuit. Before this, it was just a petition to gather information, but Drake only withdrew the petition yesterday to make room for this bombshell defamation lawsuit. So I feel like Drake is a crybaby ass bitch. Like, you a crybaby, and that's just what it is. You one of them sore losers that can't take the heat. You diss Pusha T, you dissed Meek Mill, and everybody was on your dick about it because they didn't like Meek Mill and they felt like Pusha T wasn't shit. So they was on your dick about it. And now here you go. You thought you was on top of the world when you did that. And here you go with a beef that you started and got defeated in the motherfucker. And now you want to press charges. One thing about Nicki Minaj, and I might not like her ass at all because of her attitude, but I ain't never seen her file no lawsuit against Megan Thee Stallion because she said these hoes don't be mad at Megan, these hoes mad at Megan's law. Like, I ain't never seen her do that. But what she did was she got her weird ass in the studio and made a horrible ass diss song with Bigfoot, but that's a whole nother conversation. And she went back at her. Drake is a white woman in sheep's clothing, and that's just what it is. And y'all want to get mad at everybody that speaks up against this nigga. Y'all want to get mad at everybody that got a motherfucking opinion about this motherfucking nigga. And I don't understand why. Because who the fuck is he? Like, he ain't no real hip-hop. Because if he was real hip-hop, it wouldn't be no motherfucking lawsuits. And if niggas in hip-hop is out here filing lawsuits against motherfuckers for putting out records about them, do you know how many rappers would be sued by now? It just shows that you a bitch-made ass nigga and you can't take defeat. And that's just the problem here. You can't accept defeat, so now you want to sit up here and do this. Get the fuck out of here, Drake. Get out of here. No one is ever gonna take you seriously in this hip hop shit. They already think that you a sing-songy ass nigga. They already think that. And here you go giving them more leeway to talk about your bitch ass. So it's just like, girl, get your ass out my face. Like, please get out my face, Drake. Like, suing your record label and they used payola. They promoted him. They went and got him on the Super Bowl. If that's their artist, aren't they supposed to put him in position to be every goddamn where? Isn't that what they did for you? What the fuck are you talking about, Drake? But you were a bitch, so it don't matter. Moving on to the next. So we got Robyn, Dixon, and Karen Huger. Now, we already know that there's no love lost with Robyn and Karen Huger, okay? You know, they've been at it for quite some time now, and we already knew that with everything that's going on with Karen publicly, we knew that Robyn or Charisse would have some things to say about the matter. So on Reasonably Shady, you know, the Green Eyed Bandits discussed this situation, and Robyn had more to say about Karen and her situation. So we're going to go ahead and get into it now, and I'm going to put my mic on mute, and we're going to get into it, y'all.
What do we think Karen Huger's sentence will be?
Oh my gosh, Robyn. Did not think you were going to say that.
It's a prediction.
Okay, Robyn Dixon. I don't know. I'm not going to make that prediction. I'm going to predict the best.
Okay.
Yes, whatever that means.
Okay. All right. I predict 60 days in jail.
60 days in jail.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. We'll
Yes.
see.
And then when she gets out, like
Community service.
at least a year of like not being able to drive
Probation. Okay.
or blowing into the thing
The
before you can drive.
Yeah. And the car's set up like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like community service. Like, let's clean the highway
No, I think she'll do 60 days in jail and then not be able to drive
for a year.
at least.
Okay.
What do we think Karen Huger's sentence will be?
Okay, so that was Robyn, and she was speaking on Karen. Now, a lot of people don't like Robyn, including myself. I can't stand Robyn. I hate to hear her voice. I don't ever want to see her back on Potomac at all. But a lot of us don't like Robyn, and so a lot of people got some strong opinions about Robyn speaking on Karen's situation. And if y'all want me to be honest with y'all, we got to be fair and we got to be real. Robyn don't like Karen. Karen don't like Robyn. Karen was on Robyn's neck for the last few seasons about one. So if you think that Robyn ain't gonna say nothing about this situation, you are out of your motherfucking mind. You are out of your damn mind if you think that Robyn ain't got nothing to say about this situation, because you crazy if you think that. I expected her to have something to say, although I prefer her not to speak on shit, not even one, at this point because she's no longer on the show. So I don't want to hear nothing she got to say. But I personally think that at the end of the day, we got to let people do them. Because if this was Karen and Robyn was going through this, y'all know Karen will be throwing shade out of this world and she'll be on Robyn's neck. We all know that, so we got to be fair. We got to be fair about the situation. If Karen can sit her ass on Robyn's neck for all this time, then at the end of the day, Robyn can sit on Karen's neck. It's power for the chorus. We can't be upset about it. It's just, it is what it is. So we really don't know what's gonna happen with Karen. I just feel like at the end of the day, I'm not gonna predict nobody's prison sentence or anything like that, but Karen needs to get what Karen deserves for driving drunk and putting her life and other people's life in danger. And that's just the truth. You do the crime, you need to do the time. Whatever time that may be, that's what you need to get. So that's how I feel about it. We're going to move on to the next, and then we got one last topic. Now, we're going to get into this first. We got Cameron. Now, Cameron then went in on Jim Jones, child. He had a whole lot to say about Jim Jones. So we're going to go ahead and get into that and let that play, and I'll be back with my commentary. Let's get into it, y'all.
Listen, I'm going to address a couple of things because we've been on vacation. And a lot of niggas been talking since I was on vacation. We're going to start with Jomo. We'll start with Jomo. And you are a guardian angel and designer, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about, my nigga? You are from the Bronx, bro. You are not from Harlem. Why do you keep thinking that you are from Harlem, bro? You are not from Harlem. I did not grow up with you, my nigga. I did not grow up with you. Contrary to what you believe, I did not grow up with you. You are from the Bronx. Did your grandmother live? Did your grandmother live in Harlem? Yes. Did you come see her? Yes. Did I see you time to time? Yes. I did not grow up with you. You talk about dick ride now. That's what this old shit. I would have left you alone. I would have left the old shit alone. But listen, dick ride. Do you remember how we met, nigga? Pause. Not met. How you got cool with us? This is how this started. I want y'all to go Google Cameron 1995 freestyle.
Was pretending to FedEx with a 40 broke Johnny honey, and now I make Gotti money. Niggas wanna be cool, but couldn't piss in my body for me. And the stuff I nigga can do it, fucking in the morning, fucking the store, the river cops, like a report, sweating niggas like buckets of water. I got the jack running off, it's like looking for a spot, it's like hard to night, rock, start.
Don't make it a habit, G, or I'ma extinguish two in your cavity. Cause where I'm from is like a ghost town, we packing toast clown, fuck around, your bitch ass to get a blown crown. Doggy, you think the way you say it, throw it flush it. I make your block hotter than that state that Barkley played.
Yeah, now go Google Mace, Cameron, Cardan, DJ Clue.
Niggas don't understand, son. The bullets in their calf and they can't run. Niggas all on top of you, beat you down with handguns, flush back slugs, but you never get the land one. Run with grimy niggas and die with shit your man done. You dream the world I'm living in. Wanna fuck the bitches I be swimming in. Cute, but don't confuse me as I'm feminine. Wilder than them cats that be rowdy to the Benjamin.
Google Children of the Corn 12-minute freestyle.
Nigga like the blast mags, put niggas in trash.
Why are we going to Jomo's house? Cool. One day, I'm leaving Mace's house on the west side, going back to the east side. I stop at Jomo's house. His grandmother died, God bless her dad. And he had a free crib. So yeah, I would bring some bitches over there to fuck sometime. A little crack maybe. I'd be at everybody's house though. I live with my grandparents. My grandparents were strict. I stayed at Duke the God house. I stayed at Mace with Cuda. I stayed at her. I stayed a bunch of times. I never needed nowhere to stay. You act like niggas on your couch. You was a fan, nigga. You begged us. You are a fan, nigga. A fan. We didn't grow up with you. I am from 140th and Lenox. I am from NFL. Up the block was 40 Wolves. Lou Simpsons, I'm on 142nd Cross Square. D. Ferg on number 8th Avenue. I don't see you around none of this. Shout out to my nigga, what's the nigga Final Four billion them you started? You're not from none of that. So you can sit around and act like you've been around all this Harlem shit and everything. You ever see somebody from Harlem try to act like they from Harlem so bad that you got to keep saying, I'm from Harlem? Niggas from Harlem know who's from Harlem. You don't have to keep saying you from Harlem. So that's first and foremost. All this, yo, niggas was on your couch. You were fanned out and you begged niggas to come to your house after you heard all these mixtapes. That's how you got in, nigga. You was so cool. And we was like, yo, Jomo's a nice guy. Mace like, yo, I think I'll teach him how to rap. Mace actually taught you how to rap. Literally. He taught you how to rap. You say it. Matter of fact, bring up the clip.
And Mace helped me learn how to rap.
Mace showed me how to rap. Mace actually showed me, he was the first person to show me how to rap.
Mace actually sat me down and showed me the magic to rap.
We taught you how to rap, nigga. How you ran the whole organization. How you made Diplomat. Nigga, you ain't make none of this stuff. You was a fan. I put you down because you had a free crib and you was a nice guy. That's how you.
To be honest, I have no idea where this came from. I have no idea why he popping off on him the way that he is. But Cameron really went in on Jim Jones. And I've always heard stories about how much of a bitch made nigga Jim Jones really is. Like, people have always said that he was a bitch. Like, for real. Like, people have always said that. And I really believe that he is. You know, I think that Chrissy is more thorough than he is, in my opinion, and that says a lot because, you know, I don't like her ass either. But that's another story at the end of the day. But that's all I really got for that. So we're going to go to the last topic of the day, and that is Cardi B and this other nigga right here, which I'm so sick of hearing about these two people right now. But Cardi B went to her spaces, and she called out Offset for being a deadbeat dad. Let's get into that, and then we're going to be out of here. All right, let's get into it.
You know what? I told myself, right, that I'm going to let the Lord handle people, and I'm not going to handle people because I could really ruin people's whole entire fucking life. Today, tomorrow, every single day. My mouth could literally ruin people's lives. But you know what? I just know that God will handle them. They're just not handling these people as fast as I want them to. By the way, do you guys know that my kids didn't receive no Christmas gifts from somebody in particular? Motherfuckers want to make it seem on social media like I was keeping my kids away from them. Like to make movies on social media, but purposely fly to New York to buy their kids gifts. And guess how many gifts did they buy my kids? Zero. And then motherfuckers want to do shit to, you know what I noticed? Every single time that a motherfucker did something publicly to embarrass me, I noticed that they did that on purpose. Because a motherfucker thought that he was gonna ruin my year and have me fucked up like they had me fucked up last year. But I'm so strong. I'm so fucking strong, and it doesn't affect me anymore. That even after you try to ruin me by being spiteful towards me and my kids, I still got my ass up and went to fucking work. Your fucking little games that you do for spite, that shit doesn't bother me no more, bitch ass nigga. What hurts me though is when motherfuckers trying to be spiteful towards my kids. That should really be fucking pissing me the fuck off. And then you know what else be pissing me off? You know what else really hurt? Really hurt me, y'all? And I really want to let y'all women. When a motherfucker, you do so much for a motherfucker. Lift them up when they're down. Lift them up when everybody turns their back on them. Pray for them before you pray for yourself. And then a motherfucker come, bother your peace to tell you that you wasn't enough because you never listened. Oh, I wasn't enough because I never listened. I wonder if everybody that ever turned their back on you and shitted on you were enough for you But because they didn't listen, it wasn't enough. What a comedy. But you know what? God is so fucking big. God is so fucking. I just know. And I didn't even want her to do this. But I don't like that when I'm at peace, motherfuckers want to call me private over and 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 over, and then do little shit behind the scene to piss me off. And then to piss me off, and then play in my face, and then play in my kid's face. You want to talk about, oh, you haven't accepted the divorce because you're not gonna agree on my terms because you just want to see the kids. You want to see the kids. You just call your daughter for the first time this year, yesterday, your newborn. You love your kids so much and you bought them shit for Christmas. But you came to New York to buy your other kids gifts. But you ain't bought my kids shit on purpose to spite me. Mind you, we was cool. We wasn't fucking, but we was cool. Stop fucking playing with me. I ain't listen. I ain't listen after you and your mama robbed me. Yeah, you and your mom robbed me cold. Wipe my nose. So you stop fucking playing with me. Ask a mother. What's today's date? Today's the 14th. Ask motherfuckers where the Christmas gifts at. Where the Christmas kids at? Where the Christmas gifts at? And you know what? I already know why a motherfucker. I already know. I didn't want her to do this because this is what a motherfucker want. Fucking divorce papers, bitch ass nigga. And stop using my kids for an excuse. You're not gonna keep using my kids for an excuse because these are the same kids that you ain't bought shit for fucking Christmas. Ho. Thank you.
And the only thing that I got to say about that is, who gives a fuck? Who cares? I'm sick of Cardi and I'm sick of fucking like Offset. Like they get on the internet, they do this back and forth shit all the time, then they be back fucking again. Like, don't nobody care about this shit. Like, soon, because here's the thing: was he always a deadbeat, or did he turn into a deadbeat when y'all stop fucking with each other? Just let me know about that, because that's how it's coming across to me. Was he always that, or did he not turn into one until y'all stop fucking with one another and y'all decided to get a divorce? Because like that's all y'all ever do. When y'all just pictured together not too long ago, like it's just weird. But Cardi and Offset could really go to hell for all the fuck I care. But it is what it is. But that's really all that I got for today. I still got Real Housewives of Beverly Hills to do, and then we have the interview today. But I just want to let you guys know that I really appreciate you guys for tuning in. Even the ones that claim that that they don't like me, I love the fact that y'all tune in and y'all support. Like, all support is support, but I'm not gonna let nobody come up in here and disrespect me. It just ain't never gonna happen. And I ain't gonna let nobody disrespect my people in my chats either. It's just never gonna happen. Like, it's just not. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I appreciate all the love and the support that you guys are giving the platform. And guess what? We are now 98 subs away from 56K. We got a goal of 60, a minimum goal of 60K this year, a maximum goal of 65K. Let's see if we can make it this year. So we're about to go ahead and get up out of here, and we will talk to you guys a little bit later. Be sure to tune in for the interview with myself, T, and JoJo. Will be interviewing Latrice tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The link is already available in the Roast and Review playlist. I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. Bye, y'all.